want you to hit me as hard as you can.
If you're like us, you love everything movies, nostalgia, and pop culture. There are endless toys, prints, vinyl, merchandise, memorabilia, and so much more that any die-hard fan can acquire and collect. That's why we here at JOBLO have decided to open up the vault of ultimate fandom to bring you the JOBLO Collector's Corner. A show designed for the passionate collector out there. We'll take trips down memory lane with some of our favorite toy lines and movie merchandise of the past, review new products and releases, and take some tours of our fans' very own coveted collections. So collectors assemble for today's episode featuring none other than a movie near and dear to many of our hearts with 1989's Batman.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
With all the hype coming out of DC Fandom's release of Matt Reeves' new 2021 The Batman trailer, we decided to travel back to 1989 when a young filmmaker, Tim Burton, decided to unleash his dark and gritty version of the Caped Crusader, forever changing how superheroes grace the silver screen. At the time, this was Batman's second outing in a film, following Adam West's portrayal in 1966's Batman the Movie. This time around, we were introduced to Michael Keaton's iconic performance of the Dark Knight, alongside Jack Nicholson's legendary portrayal of the Joker. It was truly a time to be alive, and to this day is heralded as one of the best Batman films. Not only was the film a raving box office success, bringing in a whopping $411 million during its theatrical run, it also exploded into the merchandise game, branding the bat signal on everything under the sun. From toys, to clothes, to music, video games, and breakfast cereals. In '89, Batman was king. Don't believe me? Well, just ask this kid. So let's take a look at some of the great products any collector is either lucky enough to still have, or longs to find that holy grail from the past. Following the hype of Warner Brothers motion picture in 1989,
Bat t-shirts, Bat posters, Bat sneakers, Batmania is here.
the folks over at Toy Biz jumped at the opportunity to release the Batman action figures into the world, and boy, were they the coolest thing since sliced bread. The overall series of figures was unfortunately very small. Only 3 total figures were produced, along with several resculpts. Batman himself had 3 different versions, a Michael Keaton version, a square-faced version, and a rounded-faced version. The Joker had 2 different versions, one with a painted curl of hair on his forehead, and the other with no curl. The final figure, Bob the Goon, was released to complete the series.
Bob? Gun.
Poor Bob. And what would the toy line be without some of Batman's badass vehicles? Toy Biz's Batmobile and Batwing were meticulously sculpted to match their on-screen counterparts with great detail. One version of the Batmobile even came with a plastic overlay shell to mimic the vehicle being in shield mode. How cool was that? Another vehicle Toy Biz released, though never was seen in the film, was the Batcycle. While not as interactive as the Batmobile and Batwing, it was still a great addition to the vehicle set. Not to leave any Joker fans out, Toy Biz created a van and motorcycle for the Clown Prince of Crime. Not originally in the film itself, these were still cool nonetheless. Finally, to up the ante, Toy Biz produced a huge Batcave playset. Ranging around $100 or more back in '89, it was a wish list item on many a 7-year-old's Christmas list. The playset offered many levels of interaction, and overall was just frickin' cool and the perfect thing to tie together the action figures and vehicle line. Well, just when you thought that Toy Biz had fizzled out with its small collection of action figures and vehicles in '89, a year later came along good old Kenner to snatch up the rights to the film and bestow us with the Batman Dark Knight collection in 1990. It was widely considered an exceptional toy line with lots of diverse figures and vehicles, all of which featured broodingly metallic color tones, as well as cool, innovative accessories. Although articulation was minimized, in comparison to the Toy Biz collection, these figures showcased a much greater likeness to their real-life counterparts of Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, as well as a stronger durability and less primitive looks overall. The Dark Knight collection dazzled many young fans with its darker yet exciting array of figures, vehicles, and accessories, and set Batman figure standards for many years to come. So not only were toys all the rage in '89 following the massive Batman craze from the film, but at that time, you name it, and somehow it was easily branded with the famous Bat logo. Let's take a peek at some of our favorite pieces of '89 Batman nostalgia and memorabilia that you were either lucky enough to have or even luckier to still proudly display somewhere in your collections. Batman cereal. The cereal pieces in Batman cereal were made to resemble the shape of a bat. Described on the box as having a natural honey nut flavor, many people remember this cereal tasting pretty similar to Cap'n Crunch. Joker poster. Love that Joker. I'm sure some of us had this iconic scene donning our childhood room walls at some point. Batman Nintendo game. In all its 8-bit glory, this surprisingly difficult side-scroller was probably one of the best superhero games released on the NES. Batman Tiger handheld game. No long vacation car ride was complete without any Tiger handheld game, let alone the Batman one. The Joker Halloween makeup kit. The Halloween of '89 was ripe with thousands of clown princes of crime, present company included. Batman movie cards. Remember when these things were at supermarket checkout lanes everywhere? These were the next best thing to baseball cards. Batman Play-Doh set. Mold Batman, the Joker, and Commissioner Gordon out of Play-Doh. Sure, why not? Taco Bell Batman cups. Two great tastes, tacos and the Dark Knight. Batman the Movie board game. This roll die versus board game was a super cool battle between Batman and the Joker. The Prince Batman soundtrack. When it came to providing the motion picture its signature album, the job went to none other than the musical stylings of Prince. Prince's music videos for both those songs are one for the ages. So hopefully you enjoyed that trip down memory lane. But if you fancy yourself a die-hard collector, the best part is nowadays you don't just have to seek out the ghosts of items past, because with all the amazing collector exclusives released today, the hits just keep on coming. Let's take a look at some of the absolute must-haves and favorites that are out there today in celebration of '89 Batman. Mondo Batman Limited Edition Vinyl. In celebration of the 30th anniversary of Batman, the folks over at Mondo released a remastered 180-gram black and purple split-colored vinyl with absolutely beautiful cover art. Batman Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson Joker Sideshow Collectibles. These truly incredible premium format figures from Sideshow Collectibles are absolutely stunning, with iconic screen-accurate costumes and impeccable detail. Funko '89 Batman Movie Moments Joker vs. Batman. In celebration of Batman's 80th anniversary, Funko released these cool movie moment figure sets. This one captures the epic cathedral battle between Batman and the Joker. NECA 1989 Video Game Batman. NECA did a fantastic job capturing Batman in his 8-bit debut of the '89 NES game with this purple and blue variant. Matt Ferguson's Batman print. Bottleneck's gallery release of artist Matt Ferguson's Batman '89 print features Batman and the Batmobile in front of an exploding Axis Chemicals. The print was released as an exclusive at New York Comic Con in 2019. Finally, one of our favorite must-have collectibles as of late happens to be one I was lucky enough to grab. So let's take a quick review of it in our opening box review we like to affectionately call
What's in the box?
LEGO '89 Batmobile Set. The geniuses at LEGO really outdid themselves last year with the release of an incredible set in celebration of the '89 Batmobile. This thing was just a beauty. Over 3,000 pieces, it took me over 2 weeks to build, putting in around an hour a night at max. The detail and design are just perfect, capturing everything from the cockpit, the turbines, and even the pop-up machine guns. The set came with 3 custom minifigs of Batman, Vicky Vale, and the Joker. I went the extra mile and purchased a lighting kit online and spent an additional week installing the Lego lights, which really took it across the finish line. It makes for a wicked centerpiece on any collector's shelf or display. You can still find the '89 Batmobile at the Lego website, along with other various retailers. Finally, to wrap up the show today, we like to end with a little segment we call Show Us Your Shit. We wanted to see what all of you got sitting on your shelves at home, so we reached out to our fans and asked for you to send us videos and photos proudly displaying your coveted collectibles. So let's take a look, and in the words of the Joker,
Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
Let's check out Tim P. from Tennessee and his amazing pinball loft. Favorite all-time game? Raw Thrills Big Buck HD. Favorite all-time pinball machine? My 2013 Stern Star Trek. Factoid: Sling plastics on my game are personally signed by William Shatner, Captain Kirk, and Nichelle Nichols, Lieutenant Uhura. Best place you buy cool shit from? Stern Pinball and Mondo posters. Coolest shit about my game room? Just say Alexa play pinball and 40 games come to life in an instant. It has a sleeping loft with a bird's eye view and a Wizard of Oz memorabilia collector's corner. Also, a full Roland E drum kit and a ham radio setup. What's your favorite piece of your collection? Easy peasy. My Stern Batman 66 SLE. How could it not be? It is signed by Adam West, and he even recorded my name in the game code. He says, "Answer the phone, Tim." What's the holy grail, the one item you don't have? A ground-up, better-than-new, fully restored, late 70s era Bally pinball game. I'm working on it. Thanks for the great tour, Tim, and game on. Well, that about brings us to the end of the show. If you would like us to cover any of your favorite toy lines, collectibles, or you just want to submit some pictures and videos showing off your shelves at home, you can do so by hitting us up at collectors@joblo.com. Stay tuned for a new episode of the JOBLO Collector Show coming soon. I'm Tom Barilli, and thanks for watching.